this particular scene, I remember, I was petrified. Bob Hoskins was on a ledge above the pit, standing above, looking down into the pit. And Jet Li was on floor below me. And my task was to chase after Jet Li with his axe, swing it, and the axe gets stuck in the platform just above me, which was only about this thick. So if I go too high, Bob Hoskins gets his feet get chopped off. If I miss it, then Jet Li gets it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What is going on? It's your boy, President PhatSamuraiGuy, and hanging out in the dojo with me today is the legend himself, the man, the myth, the icon, the main event, the showstopper, martial arts legend, actor, fitness guru. He's done it all. SILIVO SIMAC. Welcome back, brother.
Nice to be back. Nice to be back on here.
Yes, and I believe it was we were discussing Warrior Island, a project that premiered at Urban Action Showcase. Shout out to Demetrius. So that was a while ago, but it was a blast having you here for a little bit, and of course with Ron Van Cleef and so many other legends on that same panel. So that was fun having you then, man.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Bit of a shame. It's hit a stall at the moment. Nothing's been happening with that production. Sheldon Lettich, as I'm sure you know. He took keen interest to put his input, but I don't think it's quite turned out as they hoped it would be.
Ah, gotcha. Well, that's unfortunate, but it still exists. So who knows what will happen with the property in the future? It may be on hold for now, but who knows?
It's a production I've been behind for the last 12 years, and that's when the idea popped up. I met James Jefferson in Atlantic City in January, one of the martial arts events. And I was behind him for 12 years. So there's been in the pipeline for quite some time.
Yeah. Well, it's just on hold for now. Never say never, right?
Sure.
Who knows? Who knows what'll happen in the future? Yeah. But it's great to have you here, man. And I can't wait to talk about so many of the awesome projects you've been a part of and so many dream fights you've given us. Can't wait to talk about that. But brother, before we get into the filmography, man, you have been, on the cover of so many martial arts magazines, and you've won so many awards. I mean, congratulations on so many of all the achievements, throughout your whole career. Congratulations, man. But we're going to go back in time a little bit. Brother, how did you get into the martial arts?
Well, being a kid who was growing up in 1980s, naturally, I was very much inspired by the cinema, which was pretty awesome, I would say. 1980s, some of the films that came out, and some of the superstars of 80s, including Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. I would say they were definitely the first people to have inspired me to get into action movies. But before that was Bruce Lee, for sure. Bruce Lee passed away 3 months before I was born, but he left such a huge legacy behind. For many, many years, which still echoed to this day, 50 years after his passing. So my initial influence, without doubt, has been Bruce Lee, as it has been for most people of that era. That's why I took up martial arts. But if you look at Bruce Lee in those days, he appeared in phenomenal shape, and he moved with lightning speed. So I think I had a very, very powerful influence at the time, and that's why I took up weight training same time as martial arts, because I wanted to develop a physique that Bruce Lee had at the time, as well as develop skills in martial arts.
Copy that. He's inspired millions of people out there, man. It's still inspiring
No doubt.
to this day. But I got to show this photo again. Look at this handsome lad. Look at this young legend right here, man. Look at this. How cool, man. I saw that photo. I was like, oh my goodness, that's you. I couldn't believe it. How cool, man. How cool.
Lots of people say I look like Karate Kid in that particular photograph.
Yeah, little David LaRusso going. I mean, excuse me, Daniel.
Daniel LaRusso, that's it.
Yeah, Daniel LaRusso right there. Yeah. But if all of you legends that are watching this video right now, after everything Silvio just said, the training, all that, the dedication. I mean, just look at the results, right? look at him right here, just starting out, and then now look at this guy. I mean, the results speak for themselves. So this guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to martial arts and fitness. That's right. And yeah, shout out to John. You were on his podcast. He interviewed you, and he put together a really cool tribute video about, you know, your life and all that, and showing highlights of your work. And I had the honor of being asked to be interviewed for the little short film tribute that he put together.
I remember that.
Yeah, so I gotta give the shout out to John there. Thank you, John, for letting me be a part of that. But when we're talking fitness here, tell us about BioSynergy.
Well, BioSynergy, funny enough, was my very, very first sponsor that I had when I was 18 years old. I was just starting off doing a degree at university, and naturally, being a student, you lack finances and money. So I needed some kind of support so I could realize my dreams. And BioSynergy was my very, very first sponsor. But then after BioSynergy came many, many other sponsors, including Maxi Muscle and Stay Lean, quite a few other brands. But then 32 years after, I had a phone call from the manager of BioSynergy, Daniel Herman, and he said to me, it would be really cool to work with you again. And he said, everything goes in a circle. We started off together. We're going to end up together. So I literally signed up with BioSynergy, I think about 6 months ago, 7 months ago. So I was with them 30 odd years ago with a big, massive gap. I was floating about with loads of different brands and sponsors. And now we're back together again.
Wow. How cool is that? That's a cool story. Yeah, man. And people that want to get into this, they can use your code there for a discount and follow the website and stuff like that.
Correct. Yeah, it's a 15% code discount for their products. I mean, their products are state of the art. They've been in the industry for such a long time. And nowadays, in particular, you never compromise quality. You always got to make sure you go for supplements and products which make the claim what they're making. They've got those ingredients inside the supplements which are going to help you recover, recuperate, and make progress within your field.
Copy that. I will include a link in the description box below for this video if you guys that are watching this are interested in checking out some BioSynergy to help you with your training. But now we're going to go straight to films, man. And I saw that you were in an episode of this ridiculously fun sci-fi show, Lex. This was such a fun show. It's over the top, hilarious. It's such a fun show. Was this your first gig?
It wasn't. No, this was okay. Probably one of my. It was the initial stages of my career. I think it may have been third, fourth, or fifth production I landed myself. And I remember the agent in London at the time. She said, "You're my favorite client." You know, she was getting me so much work, and I was really, really busy going from one production to the next. But this was filmed in Caribbean, so I had lots of fun spending a whole day on the beach and having fun with these guys. So it was quite a fun production to be on.
That's so cool, though. But yeah, it's me and my wife, we enjoyed that show. We watched it. It's been a while since we watched it, but we finished the whole show. And we're like, this is such a fun sci-fi show. I was like, oh shit, Silvio's in it. I got to go back and watch it. And wow. I got to look for you. How fun. But now we're getting to the dream matches. But before we get to the dream matches, brother, was it an easy transition to get into film, for you to make the decision to get into film? Or was it something that just came out? You were like, oh, I'll try it. Or you always wanted to be in movies?
I always wanted to be in the movies, but I think having great desire and passion for martial arts, I was first of all competing in martial arts for many, many years. As my career it wasn't so much coming to an end, because I made the transition from competing in martial arts to movies at mere age of 26. So I think it's fairly young. I could have still competed for maybe 5, 6, or 7 years. But opportunity arose for me to work on a film with Scott Adkins. That was my very first production, 2001, Black Mask 2. So at the time I was working for university's commercial development department, and I had a phone call from a colleague of mine saying they're looking for stunt guys to go on this production in Thailand. So I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. I guess this was an entry level for me to step through the door and make a mark. And I thought, okay, I'll do this. So I gave him my job, and I went off to Thailand to work alongside Scott Adkins. And my initial role was merely as a stuntman. But I spent the first 2 weeks sitting on film set doing absolutely nothing. So my talent was not being utilized. So naturally, I got a bit frustrated and impatient, and I pulled director Yuen Wu Ping and Choi Hark. I pulled them to the side, and I said, "Can you please write my role in the script?" And they said, "Okay, show us what you can do. Show us your moves." So I did some kicking about, and they said, "Okay, you're in the film." So they wrote my character within the film itself. I was playing Scott Adkins' right-hand man. So that was my entry level, how I got into the industry.
Wow, how cool. Yeah, Sylvia had to pull the legends to the side and be like, "Hey, hold on here. Look, let me show you what I got. All right, go on, come on. And that's so cool.
If you don't ask, you won't get. So it's one of those industries you really, really have to be persistent and keep pushing till you get what you're looking for.
That's so cool. And great advice as well. But you gave us a first taste of so many other dream matches to come. You went up against Andy On, another legend, and what a fight you guys had, man. That was a great fight. How was it working with Andy On?
Oh, amazing guy. This was my first production, Black Mask 2. We remained very, very good friends. In fact, he was filming, I think, with Scott last year in London, and we were supposed to meet up, but we didn't get a chance in the end. I was away, and amazing guy, really, really amazing guy. When I first met him, he had a 10-picture deal with his production company. So he was going from one role to the next. Really lovely guy to work with, lovely human being, and a great artist as well.
Copy that. Shout out to Andy. Yeah, so cool. But this one, man, and I told Scott this when I had him on the show last year, Undisputed 2, man. This was a big one because number one, it introduced me to Scott because I watched the movie for Michael, but it was your fight that right in the beginning that I always use your fight with Scott as an example when I talk about other martial arts movies to other people. I always go to this fight because this is a great example of a fight setting the tone of how the action is going to be for the rest of the movie. And a lot of martial arts movies out there, the first, they blow it, they botch it with the first fight, and people just turn it off. Right? I did not turn it off. When I saw this fight, I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, "Wait, hold on a second. Wait a minute. This movie has this kind of action in it? Holy shit. I gotta keep watching." So yeah, I always use this fight with you and Scott as an example of how to do it right and captivate the audience, and be like, "Oh my God." So man, talk about this project.
Scott and I were already very close, and we had worked together on numerous productions beforehand, and we did lots of live events even. I mean, I remember Bruce Lee's 60th birthday. There was a big celebration in one of the cinemas in London, and Scott and I were both asked if we could do a live fight scene in the cinema auditorium before the film start, the Bruce Lee genre films. So I remember Scott and I used to do a lot of these live events, and one of them was Bruce Lee's 60th birthday celebration. And Undisputed 2 was another film that Scott and I were very good at picking each other, pulling each other on productions, come work with me. And this was one of them. So it was filmed in Bulgaria by New Image Studios. And I will never forget, it was minus 20 degrees Celsius, freezing cold. And we had to fight in boxing shorts, just being sprayed constantly to make it look like it was sweat. So it was quite a painful experience.
Man, wow. That's wild. I still, in the future, in terms of dream matches, I still want to see you go up against Michael Jai White in a future movie. Let's go, Michael. You and Silivio Simac, baby. Come on.
We keep bumping into each other at various martial arts events. Unfortunately, I was in January. I was in Atlantic City, and he normally comes every single year. But I believe he's filming at the moment, or was filming at the time. That's why he couldn't join us. But I see him at least 2 or 3 times a year.
Well, the fans want to see you bump into each other in the movies.
that would be great. That would be great.
Yeah, for sure. But just for fun, for everybody watching right now, let's take a look at the opening fight scene with you and Scott. And I would love to hear your BTS, your commentary while we watch it, and how you guys put this fight together. Let's check it out. All right, here we go. Look at these two legends right here. How long did it take to put this opening fight together?
Good question. We had about three days rehearsal. JJ Perry was the action director, choreographer,
Nice.
which was amazing. I mean, I worked with him before as well. Lovely guy. So it took us about 3 days to piece it together. But I remember it was so cold. I had to do push-ups just to warm myself up. So Isaac Florentine, director, said, "How many push-ups can you do in 1 minute?" And I said, "I don't know. I've never timed it." He said, "Let's time you." I wish I had footage of this because I don't even think they filmed it. So they wanted to see how many push-ups I could do in 60 seconds. So I think it was Scott placed his hand on the floor. So every time I went down, my chin had to touch the hand and my arms had to fully extend out. And I managed to do 105 push-ups in 60 seconds.
Oh my God.
I've never done it. I've done it once since, but
yeah,
that was it, just once.
Wow, that's wild. I could probably barely do 10 right now. So, but yeah, so about 3 days. Okay, cool. What's crazy though is you guys, the way you guys are moving, you're moving so fast. I saw on I think it was your Instagram page some behind the scenes footage of you and Scott going through the choreography and doing some of the action, and it's just as fast. It's just as fast, which is wild, man. Because it's a lot of Hong Kong films. It's popular to undercrate the camera a little bit, but no, you guys are literally moving that fast in real life. This is just.
Well, I think if you go raw and make it realistic, then it's going to come across and it's going to show. And this is one particular reason why I've enjoyed working with Scott, because we know each other so well that we trust each other. There's no sense of being overly cautious or holding kicks back, because we trust one another with our movements, which actually brings me up to this particular fight scene in Undisputed 2, where he kicks me in the face, side kick to the face. We did 2 takes after that, but for some reason Isaac Florentine decided to put this particular take in the final edit.
Oh, all right, nice. Well, let's take a look at it here. But look at this, this is real speed here. None of this is under crank.
Yeah, it's full real speed, full on.
Yeah, I was losing it, Silvio. I think right around here, once I saw the movement with both of you, I was like, wait, hold on. This right around here, I was like, holy shit, this movie has this kind of action? Ooh. Yeah. Was that the pick you were talking about?
No. Okay. I think it's just after this, when he does a backflip, he turns around, does a side kick straight to my jaw. You may actually notice my reaction was not what I expected it to be. I was kind of shocked. I was shocked that he kicked me in the face. But that's the take they used in the final edit.
Copy that. I love your reaction right here, because it looked like he knocked you out and the fight was over, and then all of a sudden, nah, son, we ain't done yet. He just immediately popped back up. This is great. So good.
So if you watch this bit now, sidekick, that was sidekick to the face, a real
that
kick.
One.
You can rewind it back. We did multiple takes for it, but they used the take where he actually kicks me in the face, and it was quite a hard hit.
You could see it right here.
Yeah. Wow. Right under my jaw.
Let's take a look at that again. Oh! Ooh. I see your face there.
Yeah, that was a real sidekick to the face.
Oh. You took it, though. You ate it, though.
I did, yeah. I did. Although I have to say, maybe I'm just thinking too deep, but to me it didn't seem very natural the way I reacted. It was more of a shock.
Right. Oof. So good, man.
For me, it was a big thing to come on this production, because I remember watching the Undisputed 1 with Wesley Snipes in it.
Yeah.
And I think that the storyline seemed to have been loosely tied to Mike Tyson's story, where he goes into prison and he has to take on these fighters as a boxer. No martial arts in the first one, it's just boxing. And I absolutely loved it. I absolutely fell in love with the whole film, the whole storyline behind it.
Yeah.
So when Scott phoned me up and said, "Would you like to be in the second part with me?" I was like, my jaw just dropped. I was like, absolutely. Dream come true.
So cool. But again, it looks like your character's knocked out. And then, nope, I'm not done, damn it. Oh, you got some shots in. Nice. Oh, elbow. Oh, wait, we got to go back and see the elbow there. Oh, right here. Ooh. I love this, man. This is still going. I love this fight.
Pretty fast movements, yeah.
This fight is so good. So
and here's another bit where public think game's over.
Still up, still coming, man. This is great. Oh, takedown and the ground and pound. Oh, brutal. But man, this is the fight.
Yeah, and he gets up again. This is what we expect. Right. Yeah,
that's right. And this is such an iconic shot too. Such an iconic shot right here.
Well, I appear behind him.
Yeah, look at this. I'm telling you, this is what martial arts movies are all about. This is the best ones, man. This is so good. Still not done. Ooh. You know, it's funny. I think it might have been Isaac Florentine. He posted on his social media that there was a really popular DC animated movie.
Yes, I've seen them many times. Yeah,
you saw that, and they
exactly the same movements, same scenario.
Yeah, same camera angle, same combination. Like all this right here, they used it in the
right. Correct. Yes. Yes. Exactly
now he's down.
Same. Yeah.
Shout out to Scott. Subscribe to Scott Atkins. Everybody that's watching us right now, subscribe to you and Scott. But dude, just rewatching it with you, man, because it's been a while since I've seen it. What a phenomenal fight. You kept getting up, man. Yeah, Boyka was celebrating a little bit too early several times. It
certainly was, yes.
Yeah, so good.
But here's another thing with Scott, because we've done so many productions and live shows previously together, we could pull things off very easily, very quickly. With very small rehearsal time, we could really pull it off to make it look good.
Oh yeah, and it looked great. And just like I told Scott, I let my friends, my workmates, borrow the movie, and they loved it. They went crazy. They were like, "Oh my god!" And it was your fight too. It was the same reaction I had. They were like, "Oh my god, this opening fight, man! I couldn't stop watching the rest of the movie." So it's so cool, man. But we're gonna keep the dream match discussion going here. What was it working or fighting against some boot work with the man himself, Jason Statham?
Each experience was very unique and very different. He's a very interesting character. We spent almost a week rehearsing for this particular fight scene. Jason Statham would never even show up for rehearsals. He would get a camera guy to shoot the footage, bring it to his bedroom, and he would watch it. He would watch it and then get used to it and then come back and pull it off. He would never turn up for the rehearsals. And we rehearsed for almost a week.
Wow.
Yeah, he was pulling it off really, really well. But this is one of the films, funny enough, I tore my left glute and a hamstring.
Ooh.
And during the last day of the shoot, so it was quite bad. They gave me some really strong painkillers, some kind of derivative from morphine. To finish off the fight. They offered me a stunt double to finish off my fight, but because it was the last day and I had very little left, I wanted to finish it myself. But I was in excruciating pain and agony. So when they gave me these painkillers, the pain obviously disappeared. But I made the injury a lot worse. It took me about a year and a half just to get over the injury. But I still feel it nowadays, the tightness in the scar tissue which formed around the injury itself.
Oh man, that sounds painful. Is that a known thing with Jason Statham amongst a lot of his action films, where he would just watch the kind of like the setup for the fight in his trailer or whatever and get ready? And
apparently, not for all his films, but apparently, okay. Yes, that was his trait. Transporter 3 was the first film where he traveled with his personal trainer, and Jason actually said to me in his previous films he was criticized for having a bit of a chubby face. I think he put on weight for some of the films, and he said after that he's just wanted to make sure he's in shape for every single film. He did not like the criticism he got from the fans, so personal trainer would travel with him everywhere. So I said to him, what are your workouts like? He said, we do merely 20 minutes a day, 20 minutes. But he said, it's so brutal, I feel like throwing up every day. So
Wow.
very, very high intensity.
Yeah, I've seen some of his training videos. He's yeah, high intensity is is the saying for him. But brother, I got to tell you, I never would have known that you had that serious injury in this fight. Never would have known because you were throwing those kicks.
He wasn't even a high section kick. He was midsection. But you know what it's like when you're warming up, cooling down all day long. That's when injuries can really happen. You're inviting trouble because you're going cold. You're warming up. You're going cold again, and then all of a sudden you pull the muscle.
Yeah, copy that, man. But you pulled through. You pulled it off.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
I've got souvenirs to show for it.
He's got battle scars, man. Got battle scars. You have war stories to tell. Yeah, man. But this next one, this is a big one for me. This movie made me more of a fan of you. And it's Unleashed, man. It's Jet Li Unleashed. And this is one of my favorite Jet Li films. And it was so cool seeing you and Scott, in a movie together again, fighting in that pit, which is, I mean, that pit fight is just phenomenal, especially in the unrated, extended cut where you can see more of the action, more of the violence.
Right.
It's one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen. And one of the best fight scenes, I think Jet Li ever had. And I think you can agree. I think you can agree with me, and everybody watching probably agrees as well, that out of all of Jet Li's filmography, this was him at his most vicious.
Very vicious, very aggressive. And he came across quite different in this particular film. I auditioned out of 850 other people for the same role. And I had two auditions in Paris, one in London. I had to go back and forth quite a lot. And stunt coordinator, the action coordinator was Yuen Wu-ping. As we all know, Yuen Wu-ping was responsible for Matrix 1, 2, and 3, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. So for me, it was a big thing. But I've worked with Yuen Wu-ping on five different productions. So I auditioned. When I got the role, you can imagine I was over the moon because I knew exactly how tight the competition was for me to get the role. Especially to get the opportunity to work with Jet Li was just amazing.
Man, how was it working with him?
I remember the first day I had to do a flying sidekick to Jet Li's back. That's the starting scene.
Yeah.
And naturally, being on set with Jet Li was very nerve-wracking, and having to kick him in the back, being twice his size almost, I was very, very worried and concerned. So I kept pulling back my kicks. So Yuen Wu-ping, he got a bit impatient with me. He came, he said, "Have you been drinking last night?" He said, "No power, put some power into it." I kept pulling it back, thinking, I don't want to kick too hard because I might injure the guy.
Yeah.
So he said, "You drunk, you've been drinking." He said, "Hit him hard, make it look realistic." So I did. I kicked him a bit harder. So he went flying. But naturally, Jet Li had two stunt doubles doing most of the hard stuff, just in case if he gets injured, the production is not being put on hold for days and weeks.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a particular scene where Jet Li does a rugby tackle on me, grabs me, and I take him under his chest and I throw him over my shoulder. And so I did this with his stunt double. And when his stunt double landed on his back, he dislocated his shoulder. And after about 20 minutes or so, I was like, I'm ever so sorry, for this happening. But he looked quite happy. He said, "No, I get to go home." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I've not been home for 6 months. He's been away from his family because they were filming Matrix 2 and 3 in Australia back to back. And then as soon as they finished filming in Australia, they came to Paris to film Unleashed." So the guy was rather pleased that he was injured because he gets to go home.
Wow. Yeah, they work like crazy, man. They're crazy workers.
Yeah.
But man,
Jet Li would come meet me in the morning in the makeup room, and the makeup would take anything between 2 to 3 hours to apply first thing in the morning. And he would say, "Hello, how are you? What did you get up to last night?" And then he would close his eyes and meditate for up to 3 hours. And he was chant during his meditation, he would chant. And I noticed this on daily basis. He was very devoted spiritualist.
Yeah, still is, still is. Yeah, it's so great seeing him on social media now. I've
Right.
been
Yeah.
enjoying, yeah, talking about what kung fu really means and just answering questions for fan questions, and it's so good seeing him, man. And he looks a lot healthier than he
He
was too.
does. Yes, he certainly does.
Yeah, but man, it was such a great fight. It's definitely your fight with him and everyone else that's in that pit fight. That's one of the kind of like the main fight everybody remembers this film for.
I don't know if you remember after we're fighting for a while, and then all the weapons get thrown in the pit for us to use the weapons. So I pick up the axe. So I'm chasing after Jet Li with this big, massive axe, which obviously for the prop it was made out of rubber, but in some scenes I had to use the real thing.
Oh
And
shit!
this particular scene, I remember, I was petrified. Bob Hoskins was on a ledge above the pit, standing above, looking down into the pit. And Jet Li was on floor below me. And my task was to chase after Jet Li with his axe, swing it, and the axe gets stuck in the platform just above me, which was only about this thick. So if I go too high, Bob Hoskins gets his feet get chopped off. If I miss it, then Jet Li gets it. But obviously, I had to keep my eyes down on Jet Li. I couldn't look at the platform where the axe was going. So this was one of the hardest scenes I had to do. I was petrified, thinking, God, I don't want to injure either of them two, Jet Li or Bob Hoskins. Given the choice, I've got to make sure I get this right. So it took quite a bit of rehearsals, but we got there in the end. It was very nerve-wracking.
Wow, man, I'm nervous hearing about it because imagine me being the guy doing it. I'd be freaking out. Well, you
So
pulled it
basically,
off,
as I
man.
swing this axe towards Jet Li, the axe gets lodged inside the platform above me. So that's why I had to use the real axe for it. But margin of error was so small, and naturally, I was very nervous because if I mess up, you can do some serious damage to someone.
Wow, crazy, man. That's just wild. Welcome to filmmaking, folks. Welcome, welcome to filmmaking. Oh man. But this one, this was just a ridiculously fun movie. The movie knew its audience and created the film for perfection for its audience. And it's just a blast to watch. I get a kick out of it. I had Ken Kasugi on the show a while back, and I had to let him know that, hey, Dead or Alive is legit. It's a fun movie, man. It's a fun movie, and your character was just such a beast in this movie. Yes. Man,
I never had the experience of making a film based on a video game, on a PlayStation game. So this was my very first experience. I've done some TV commercials for Street Fighter. I've done some internet stuff for Street Fighter as well. But this was my first chance ever to be in a film which is based on a PlayStation game. So when we arrived on film set in China, in Guilin, south of China, where Star Wars was filmed, each and every one of us got a Xbox and video game. So we had to make ourselves familiar with our character. So I remember those initial days, we spent hours in our rooms playing the video game to make ourselves familiar with the character that we were playing. So it was fun playing Leon.
How cool! How cool is that? But yeah, this movie just brings a smile to my face, man. But the fight you had with Aoki here, this was such a fun fight because it was very unique compared to all of the other fights that are in the movie. There's so many fights in this film that are different, unique to its setting. You got to fight on the beach. You got to fight on the staircase. You got to fight up in the minion, the main boss's area up in his little castle there. It's very unique. Every fight has a slot, but this fight right here, it was so much fun to watch because you guys just obliterated that apart. That room, I mean, crashing through walls, furniture was getting broken everywhere, and it was like destruction. It was like the post-apocalyptic aftermath in that room, man. It was so much fun. How crazy was it to put that fight together?
Talking of those fights, actually, I'm going to reveal something to you just in a second. We demolished the entire apartment, hotel, the entire room. And one of the artifacts which we had to demolish was a a resin statue of Buddha, like a painting.
Yeah.
And I remember being on film set, watching it every day, thinking, "Wow, this looks absolutely stunning. I wish I had this in my living room." And the director said, "When we finish filming, we'll send one for you."
No way. I got to blow that up. That is epic. That's amazing.
That is from film set from Dead or Alive. They actually sent it to me when we finished filming. Well, it's not the broken one because we had to demolish some of them, but apparently it was done by a famous Chinese artist. So when we finished filming, I got to keep one of them. It took about 3 months to deliver to UK, but it's a nice piece in my living room.
That's so cool. How cool is that? That's like the best perfect segue ever. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. But yeah, this fight was just a lot of fun, just destroying everything. Chairs, tables, walls. So much fun.
I remember being starstruck when I realized Eric Roberts was on film set. Because Eric Roberts inspired me through many of his movies, but I think Best of the Best was one film which blew me away and increased my desire to practice martial arts. Best of the Best. So when I saw him that he was on film set, I was completely blown away.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because he is a legend and he's been in so many iconic movies, not just Best of the Best. But he's a legend, and I keep talking about this story because it kills me every time. He was actually at Dragon Fest, like I think 5 or 6 years ago, which is a martial arts convention out here, and he had a booth, and I didn't know he was going to be there, and I regret it because I would have brought my Best of the Best Blu-ray or DVD for him to sign, and I regret it. If only I knew he was going to be there, I would have had his autograph. But yeah, he is a legend. But yeah, fun movie, man. And like you mentioned before, being part of the Street Fighter web series, this is the follow-up to Assassin's Fist here. And dude, this was a lot of fun to watch, but when they teased you as M. Bison at the end, I was like, what? I was like, holy shit. Oh my God. I wish they would have did more with you as M. Bison, because brother, I'm telling you right now, you would have absolutely murdered that role. You would have killed it.
You know, when I put the costume on, they took me on film sets, and they had about 5 or 6 guys with big screen around me to make sure no one takes photographs to put it on social media because they wanted it to be a big surprise. The character, the costume, and everything. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Joey Anso, who directed it, he's very, very talented. He's been a big fan of Street Fighter his whole life. And he said, I really want to depict the exactly same feeling that fans want from the Street Fighter itself, as opposed to all the other attempts which we've seen in the past. In his opinion, they didn't truly depict Street Fighter the way fans saw it.
Right. I mean, Raul Julia was just a blast to watch because it's Raul Julia. Because it's him as an actor. Watching him do anything, it's just always fun. But in terms of like the martial arts aspect of it and this being just super intimidating and imposing figure that we know M. Bison to be in from the games, you would have absolutely murdered it. Now, you know, I'm a big fan of David Desmalchin. He's a great actor, but I mean, come on. Come on now. Let's be honest here. I mean, David's a great actor. I'm a fan of him. He's a great actor, but let's
same.
Come on. I think we would have rather seen you do your thing for sure. But still, it was cool to see you dressed up as the character and make an appearance.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, very much so.
And now we're going to Man of Tai Chi. Brother, another dream match you throwing down with the great Tiger Chen right here. Man, how was it being on set here with Keanu and Tiger Chen going toe to toe?
I first met Tiger Chen on film sets of Undisputed. No, sorry. Unleashed.
Okay.
Unleashed, of course.
Okay.
Unleashed. He was part of the stunt team. He was part of the stunt team with Yuen Wu Ping. There was maybe 15, 20 guys. That's where Keanu Reeves spotted him on Matrix 1, 2, and 3. And he thought, yeah, I love the guy. I'd love to give him the opportunity. So naturally, having worked with Yuen Wu Ping on 5 different productions, I got called up by Keanu Reeves. I remember being on Zoom with him. He was like, Peace, brother. How are you doing? I remember talking to him from the office, and he said, I would like you to fly over to China, I think 10 days before we start filming, to acclimatize to the time difference. Unfortunately, I was jet lagged for the entire duration of my stay in China. This the longest it's taken me to readjust. I don't know why. So I was not sleeping. I was sleeping at very odd hours. And this is what my very, very funny story begins, because Tiger Chan, he beats me on the floor and he gets on top of me. He's punching me just like Scott was doing in Undisputed. And at one point, I fell asleep. I fell asleep between the takes because I was on the floor, and in between the takes, I remember I started snoring, and Tiger Chan, he looked at me, and I had to pretend I had something stuck in my throat. I started coughing. I literally fell asleep and I was snoring on the floor. That's how bad it was. 2 weeks of not being able to catch up with my sleep, being severely jet lagged. So even though Keanu Reeves invited me to come early, I didn't quite acclimatize on time.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's really funny. Oh, wow. I'm going to look at that scene differently now when I rewatch that scene. But still, fun fight, and it was so cool seeing you in there doing your thing, brother, giving us another dream match. And brother, man, when you're given the reins to be like the main villain of a film, you kill it, brother, and you absolutely murdered it in the Shepherd Code. Your character in this movie, man, just commanded the screen. And you really took over, man. I really enjoyed you in this film. And you had a fun fight with Alan De La Bie. Shout out to Alan, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very, very fun production. Reason being is Alan De La Bie is a very cool guy to work with. He's got a set format that he wants you to follow, but he leaves much of the stuff to the artist to express himself in the best possible way, to come across raw and natural. And I loved it. In fact, most people I worked with, especially American productions, they kind of realize if you leave it to the artist to express himself, you're going to get the best out of him. But this is one of the harder things I found working with Yuen Woo-ping, is Yuen Woo-ping has got a vision in his head, and he will keep shooting until he gets exactly what he had, the vision in his head. Whereas people like J.J. Perry, he will allow you to adapt to your own system, to your own style, to bring out the best of yourself to the screen.
Gotcha. Yeah, that sounds about right for all three of them. But yeah, man, you killed it. And we kind of have a little bit of a connection, me and you, because I'm in the sequel.
I know.
Right in the beginning of the movie. A small, hilarious part. But I don't know, Alan De La Bie, if you're watching this, hey, Shepherd Code 3, let's bring Silvio back. His twin brother wants revenge. Let's go. Twin brother. Let's do it. Oh, man. But yeah, you were great in the movie. How was it working with Mr. Viking Samurai himself, David, in Bloodstorm?
That was fun. This was, I think, 2.5 years ago or so. I remember going to California. I shot one film in Los Angeles. Then I went all the way up to Redding, north of California, to shoot this film, Bloodstorm. I don't know if you heard the whole story, but director told me 25 years of filming, first time in his life, he's lost the footage. So most of the footage of me was corrupt. So he maybe had 2 minutes of my footage. That's all he had.
No. Oh, that hurts. That hurts me.
I know.
Because I've been wanting to get around to watching it, but I haven't seen it yet. So I wanted you to talk. Oh wow,
most of my scenes are not there, and it would have been too expensive for them to fly me out again. So they decided not to go ahead with it, because this was the last bits of the shooting. They spent the entire budget. They had no budget left to fly me over and reshoot those scenes. But he said this is the first time in my career, 25 years, this happened to me. So
wow,
I think you can see him in the film for about 2-3 seconds, and that's it.
Oh no!
All the other stuff was corrupt and gone.
What was some of the main stuff that was cut? Did you have like an actual throwdown fight with David? Or
big fight scene, yeah.
Wow. Oh man. Yeah, I'm sure David's fans out there, I'm sure they still love the movie. And I'm sure they still were like, hey, it's Silvio. They pointed to you in the movie, but that's unfortunate. Oh man, boo.
David and I first met on Warrior Island. We fight each other on Warrior Island, and that's how the whole thing came up. And he said, "Look, come along. I'm doing this film in north of California. Why don't you come along? I think you'd make a great addition to it." So that's how it happened. Literally 6 months after we finished doing Warrior Island, I went to shoot this film with him.
Copy that. Well, I'm glad we talked about it. So now people know. Now people know about it. In case they were like, you know what? I can't wait to see Silvio in action through this entire movie. Now you know what happened.
Sadly, very
yeah,
sad.
it happens. It happens. It happens. But I'm seeing all kinds of awesome, badass screenshots of you being a beast once again in this film, Out for Vengeance. Is this available now to watch?
No, it's been in the pipeline for a little bit too long. I think I don't want it to go stale.
Okay.
So I really, really hope they're going to be releasing it soon. But I think they did say within by the summer it should be released anyway.
Nice. All right,
Yeah.
something for us Silvio Simac fans to look forward to, because man, I'm seeing so many screenshots, and you were just kicking ass and taking the name. So yeah, I'm looking forward to some. That's good to hear. Hopefully this summer we get to see finally Out for Vengeance. Any crazy stories or experiences filming that movie?
But you know what? We shot this film over a number of years. So I had lots of little snippets of things that we did. But I did one of the fight scene, I remember. Not the fight scene, one of the action scenes. I had to run through a forest. And they programmed these drones to follow me at high speed, making sure that the drones don't bump into any trees. And this was, when we were filming, it was slightly ahead of time. Very, very high fancy technology. So I was blown away with this, how they shot it, because these drones were flying through the forest, supersonic speed, following me, not bumping into any trees.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was pretty funky.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to definitely checking it out. I'm sure all your fans are as well. But let's take it back a little bit and talk about this award-winning short film, Suicide Platoon Minefield.
This was shot 2.5 years ago, I believe. 2.5 years, yes.
Yeah. Congrats on winning awards. Talk about your experience with this one.
It's always nice to get some credit. It's a Second World War based film. No, well, I was going to say no martial arts. Yeah, there is a bit of martial arts. Not so much martial arts, but there is a fight scene where I'm fighting a German soldier, and I take my helmet off and I bash him like crazy with it.
As you do.
As you do, yes.
But yeah, talk about the plot, the story. What was it about?
I always embrace stories and films which are very different from my stereotypical films that people expect to see me in. So as much as I love martial arts, I came from martial arts background. When I'm given the opportunity to express myself in different genre of movies like fantasy or horror or even a comedy, or I love to take it because it's a nice challenge for me, and it's a nice way to showcase myself in a different light, from a different perspective. So this was one of those productions which I thought I'd love to just get the experience. So I'm not just seen as this bad guy in martial arts films. So I can offer something a bit more.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think that's a good idea too, because you're getting out of your comfort zone.
Comfort zone, yeah.
And you're growing as an actor too while you're doing it. Yeah. I think that's a great idea. Yeah. But yeah, congrats on the award-winning short film here. But speaking of fantasy and horror, we got what? Angels Fallen right here. And you got a whole bunch of legends in here. You got Randy Couture.
Correct.
I mean, what? We got Cuba in here. And this was this was a smaller production fantasy film, correct?
It was a smaller production, which turned out really, really well. I mean, it was #1 on Amazon Prime for 3 weeks 2 years ago. We shot it in Georgia. When I say Georgia, former USSR.
Wow.
And I remember this is when the war in Ukraine started off, and one of the big scenes, we had to drive for 5 hours to get in the mountains, and this was in the middle of May. It was covered in snow. We drove for 5 hours just to get these shots, and we had to drive 200 meters away from the Russian border. And I remember them saying, "See over there? That's Russia." This is just as the war kicked off. It was a great production. Really enjoyed working with the cast. Absolutely wonderful. I was shocked how good the CGI looked. Really, really shocked. The end product was phenomenal, and that's why I really wasn't surprised that it was #1 on Amazon Prime for as long as 3 weeks.
Man, that's amazing.
Fight scenes were amazing as well. Really
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, let's give the audience a little taste of Angels Fallen.
Gabriel, your number has been pulled. I'm afraid you're not asleep this time. You've been recruited.
I did my time. I was honorably discharged.
I'm not talking about serving your country. Talking about serving mankind. Good and evil, eternal salvation. Angel Michael has closed the gates of hell. And those lost souls are trapped here. He's using them to build an army to rule over the living.
Look at me. Now you've seen my face.
Get your team. Find the warriors of peace. It's only then that you will be triumphant.
Looks like I made it just in time for the show, huh?
Why me? I know you got what it takes.
It looks like a Nani cell phone.
Hello? Hang on. It's for you.
I'll see you in hell. As you wish.
Brother, that looks fun as hell. Pun intended. That looks a lot of fun, man.
It was so much fun. We had very intense, long days on film set, but sometimes I find when you're limited with your time and resources with the rest of cast and crew, you become very close because you need to become resourceful to make it happen. We worked so hard, such long hours, and really, really, really enjoyed the whole production as well as the cast and crew that I met along the way. Ali Zamani, who directed it, what a great guy. When he came to London last year, he said, look, I'm doing Angels in Darkness, which is a sequel to the first one, and I'd love you to be in it. We just finished shooting that in November. They shot some scenes in Los Angeles, but London scenes were done in November last year. So that was so much fun to do, and especially after his record with his previous films, how well he did on Amazon Prime. I thought I've got to be in it. I really want to be part of this big picture.
That's so cool. So I'm assuming with the sequel, it's going to be even bigger and better and more awesome and more exciting. So that's something to look forward to. Is that going to come out next year?
It should be out this year, actually.
Oh shit! The sequel to this.
But by the end of this year, I think the teaser is going to be released in the coming weeks.
Let's go. That's it. We got to have you back on the show when the teaser comes out, man. Yeah.
That's it. I saw it last night for the first time yesterday. It looks amazing.
Yeah. All right. All right. You know what I dug about the trailer and stuff? Not just that the action looks fun, but I mean, come on, you doing that high kick, dropping that guy, that motorcycle.
That was fun. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. But what I kind of was digging the plot from the trailer, because how many times are we going to see a group of superheroes form a team to take out the supervillains with comic book heroes, right? We've seen that 1 billion times already. But I kind of like this, where it's kind of like hey, we're getting all these badasses together, and we're going to be fucking up some demons and shit. Let's go. I like that.
I think what made it interesting is it does have biblical references, which kind of brings it a bit more to life and a bit more interesting, and that's why I particularly liked it for that reason.
Nice. But yeah, it kind of feels fresh for some reason, getting this team together, almost Seven Samurai style, but we're fighting demons, creatures and stuff. Yeah, let's go. And I can't wait to see the sequel. I got to watch the first one first, and then I got to go. I'm gonna do when the second one comes out. I'm gonna binge both. Double feature night. Double feature. Let's go.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah. But this next project here, Jack Stahl Dead. Talk about this project.
It's about this guy who he's an ex-army veteran guy, and he ends up on the streets being homeless, and he helps this lady at the beginning of the film. He helps this lady get out of trouble for some criminals, and he goes on from there. But we've been working on this since COVID, since 2019. We started filming, then it came to a complete standstill, and director picked it up again literally 3 years after. He said so much support and funding and help from cast as well as crew. He's Indian himself, so he's got some very, very big Indian names in the film itself.
Nice. Well, let's take a look at the trailer for Jack Stahl Dead.
I've been in this industry over 50 years, and I have never experienced anything like this. Who would admit to falsifying a cure for cancer?
Now that I got your attention, why don't you get rid of some of your girls so we can talk business?
What are you doing here?
Just want a piece of the pie.
Yes, I'm aware of your reputation.
Once you run that drive, you'll be exposing yourself to grave danger.
If you ever get out, you run.
Didn't say I wouldn't kill you, though.
I've got the flash drive, okay? Whatever is on this is going to be more than enough, even for MI5.
Gotta be one of them.
What the hell are you?
You can bump and grind.
So all you know is that he's a superhero tramp with a big crush on you.
Good for your mind.
Jack. My name's Jack.
I lost everything.
In one blow.
Hello, boys.
On the positive, a few less bad guys to deal with.
We have billions at stake on a global basis. And if we're to stay world leaders, you'd better start getting results, and fast.
Sam, I think I'm being followed.
Yeah.
This is my friend Jack.
You don't look the friendly type, but keep her safe, and you can be my new best friend.
This is bigger than you could possibly imagine.
Victoria Robert Jones was found dead.
You were supposed to take care of her! How the hell did this happen?
Fuck you.
Who the fuck was that guy? Suka! Never before. No more games. Some say I should be dead. I say...
Yo, what? That
So
looks
much
phenomenal.
Action. Yeah, so much action.
Dude.
You saw the guy, Ali Jekko. Ali Jekko is the star of the film. He's director and and producer as well. And I've known him for many years also. He used to be kickboxing world champion. He was a musician, singer, songwriter, multi-talented in so many different areas. And he's one of those guys, whatever he touches turns to gold. So when he approached me with the film, I thought, well, this guy seems to have a lot of luck. Whatever he touches turns to gold. So I want to go work with him. So for me, it was just an instant attraction to come and work alongside him. But also, he allowed me to express myself to bring out the best of action on screen. And as I mentioned earlier on, I like it when stunt coordinators or when directors says to you, look, I'm happy to leave this in your hands. Just try to bring out the best of yourself on screen, as opposed to having a set vision and then shooting until you see that vision.
Man, dude, this looks like a legit badass martial arts action movie. I mean, just this scenes in the trailer of him, in the elevator with surrounded by bad guys, and then the next shot is just bodies lying everywhere. Him just with the sword, the machete, or the guns ablazing. Yo, it's right up my alley. This screams me. Like, this is my kind of movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna watch this for sure. Do you have any fight scenes in it?
Oh, I've got lots of fight scenes. At least 5-6 fight scenes in the whole film.
Woo! Maybe there'll be a second trailer. Maybe later down the line he'll throw some of you in that second trailer. Maybe.
One thing I wish I'd shared with you, because I do have a video of it, to be honest, is last day shoots. Director plays the lead star. He came up to me and said to me, "Let's pull a prank on everyone." And there were about 150 of us on film set. I said, "What do you want to do?" He said, "Let's just pretend we got into a real fight." He got the camera guys to keep rolling, so they're shooting the whole thing. And we made it out. We got very personal. I didn't like the way he was treating me. We get in a fight. And I'm talking the stunt coordinators, action guys, the actors, they all jumped to separate us because we're just about to kick off and fight.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So we pulled up this prank in front of everyone late last year.
Please tell me there's footage of this, and maybe we'll see it on this Blu-ray or something. I mean, special feature.
I'm sure I should be able to share it with you. Maybe I can send you a copy afterwards.
Yeah. Maybe when the movie comes out,
Sure.
bring him on the show too with you. Bring the whole
Sure.
cast. We'll have a blast. But yeah, that looks phenomenal, man. That looks like a lot of fun for sure. And man, we're just going to keep the projects going, man. You are on a roll, sir. But now we go into the cage. We go into mixed martial arts, son. Talk about Cage Rage.
Cage Rage is one of the films in the recent years where I haven't got a single fight scene, but I play a father of a professional MMA fighter, which was quite different from me. But once again, I found it a nice challenge. I'm not being stereotyped to have a fight scene of my own, but to play a father of a professional fighter. So that kind of put me in a different role with different set of challenges, which I very, very much enjoy, because it allows me to grow and work outside my comfort zone and try to explore different sides to myself.
That's really cool. Really cool. But I'm sure there's going to be tons of really cool fight scenes in the movie.
Oh, there are loads of good fight scenes. Yeah. Not myself personally, but there were some great fight scenes in it.
Are you the are you the father of the lead star of the movie?
Lead, yes.
Oh, cool. No pressure, no pressure or anything. That Silvio's your dad.
I spoke to the director today. Do you have a teaser for it? Unfortunately, he hasn't. I mean, we shot this in the summer last year, so July, August. Haven't quite come up with a teaser yet.
They'll get to it. And of course, I'll be sharing it once it's out there publicly. I'll be sharing it everywhere because I want to see it too, for sure. But yeah, this last project here, talk about Blood Brothers. And I know that guy. That's right, Robert Samuels. He's been on the show many times. And I got a chance to meet him and hang out with him at Comic-Con, the Superhero Kung Fu Extravaganza panel at San Diego Comic-Con. It was cool hanging out with him. But yeah, what's Blood Brothers all about?
Well, the guy sitting on the right hand side, Nacho, he's the producer, director, and he's the star of the film. We met some 15, 20 years ago. He used to run a very big martial arts magazine called Dragons, based in Spain. So I was doing seminars in Spain and attending a film festival some 15 years ago. He wasn't into movies whatsoever at the time, but he sold his business, the magazines, and he started making films. So this is his second production. And after all these years, he called me up and he said, "Brother, I've always wanted to work with you ever since I met you. So I'd love you to be in this end fight scene against me." So literally today, the producer reached out to me if I'm free between 15th and 25th of May. That's when they're going to be filming in Spain. So don't know much about it yet. We've not shot any of it. So we start shooting in May. In May, beginning of May, we start rehearsing. Some of those guys are flying from Spain to come over and meet me. We're going to do some rehearsals, and then I'll be joining them again in Spain literally a few weeks later to shoot the film.
Nice. And then is Bobby handling the action with you, or he's just one of the characters in the film?
I believe he's going to be handling some of the action. I was with him in Atlantic City literally 4 or 5 weeks ago, auditioning other people for another part. But yeah, he was part of the audition himself.
Oh, cool. Copy that. Well,
during the audition, by the way, the fire alarms went off inside the hotel. So we all started panicking. Do we exit? Don't we exit? What do we need to do now? The fire alarm just triggered off in the whole hotel.
Oh no. That actually happened during one of our Comic-Con panels. The alarm went off. So we're luckily it shut off and we didn't have to exit the building. But yeah, I know what that's like. But yeah, I'm looking forward. I mean, come on. You, Robert, Nacho here. Let's go. It's going to be phenomenal.
I think it's a nice combination. Nice combination of characters.
Yeah. And different styles, different styles. It's going to be awesome, man.
I think also if you get along with the rest of the cast and crew, it shows, the vibe and energy created on film set is different. If you trust people that you work with, if you like them, it naturally works in your favor on film set.
Copy that. Well said. Brother, but I can talk to this legend right here. I can talk to Silvio about martial arts and action movies all day, but this guy's got filmmaking to do. He's got stuff he needs to do. Brother, you always know this is your second home, man. Come on back at any time. And all you legends out there that are watching this, stay tuned, baby. Upcoming. That's right. Mark your calendars. Angels Fallen sequel coming out. We got Jack Stahl Dead coming out. Cage Rage. Yes, Out for Vengeance. So many awesome stuff. And of course, stay tuned for Blood Brothers when that eventually comes out as well. Silvio, it's an honor to have you here, brother.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, and yeah, there we go.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Those guns. Put those guns away, sir. Before we wrap it up, though, is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Keep following your heart. Keep following your dreams. And something I mentioned at the very beginning is keep knocking on those doors, because one of those doors will be your door that's going to open up. So some of the cliche things that people tell you, consistency is the secret. Consistency is the key to everything. So keep at it, keep trying, keep doing it. Eventually it's going to happen.
Copy that. Words from the master himself. Yes. Silvio, is an honor. All you legends right there. Silvio, don't go anywhere. You don't go anywhere. But all you legends that are watching this, keep watching and supporting action and martial arts cinema. That's right. And if you enjoyed yourself hanging out with the old samurai guy today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Hype the video, baby, and continue to follow the Movie Dojo podcast right here on YouTube and on Spotify. All right, guys, keep kicking. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.